Hi, welcome to May's monthly motivation time. I'm really excited about the month of May. Month of May has always been one of my favorite months. I love this season. I love everything about it as everything bursts into life and we move in a whole new direction, right? I love being outside. I love that the sun is staying out longer and that you can get out and actually do things. I guess I'm an outdoorsy person at heart. And maybe there's another reason for that. Maybe it also has something to do with color. Where I live in the Pacific Northwest, it is absolutely incredible this time of year. And this year it's been kind of exceptionally interesting because there's just so many colors out there. On every single walk that I go on, I notice something new, a new color, pink or purple or yellow or different shades of white and green. It's absolutely amazing. And maybe I'm more in tune with that this year. Color has really kind of taken on a whole new meaning in my life in the past maybe even year here. I've started to notice it more for so many reasons because I think it is and has such an impact on moods, on just your overall well-being. And the more that I started noticing it, the more I started researching it and discovering there is actually a lot of history behind there. So maybe that's why over the course of the years, I've been drawn to different colors, or I choose different things for maybe home furnishings, or, just different things like that. And I also have noticed that I think a lot of things are turning a little more subdued now. When you do a lot of shopping, you tend to see things in whites and blacks and grays and home furnishings especially. I mean, how many dishes are out there and stuff that are just very neutral? And as a matter of fact, the dishes that I use for, my regular everyday life have been very neutral since the day I got married. Just more of a muted, kind of a gray white tone. And I love them. I still use them. I think they're beautiful, and I've added different things here and there throughout the years. But the one thing that I've noticed is that when you put something on a dish like that, again, you can definitely see the food itself. But sometimes a pop of color, even just from the plate or whatever you are actually serving it, can have its own impact. And I think the more you notice it, the more that you're drawn to it and the more that you want to introduce it into your life. So that's kind of what I want to walk through here today, just a little bit. Because I read something interesting not that long ago that said that women can see different tones versus men only see the color itself. And you've probably noticed this yourself. I know I've noticed it with my own husband, maybe with your partner or with different men in your life. If you've ever done something like, well, this is a specific maybe seafoam green or forest green, a dark forest green, something like that, and you get this blank stare back where they kind of look at you and go, it's green. Okay, it's green. Well, maybe there's a reason for that, right? Maybe they're not seeing the fluctuations in tonal quality like what we do. So I like to keep that in mind. But for me, what that means for me is I'm more drawn to color. Color is more meaningful for me. And therefore, I tend to use it a lot more. And it's something that if it brings happiness into my life, if it's exciting and I get excited serving it or creating something wonderful inside my house. Again, my husband jumps right in and is a part of that too. So even though if we're looking at something differently, at the end of the day, right, we're all looking at it the same for different reasons because it's impacting the quality of our life. And I think that is so important, especially as we move forward. If you've never really been in the kitchen on a daily basis and it's not something you've experienced before, just adding a pop of color can sometimes just do wonderful things to your meals. And not only that, but to your mood. Do you want to get in there? Do you want to create things and share things? So I wanted to kind of leave you with that. And I never really thought much about it in my kitchen before until I actually started introducing things. So I wanted to kind of give you just a few ideas. Again, my daily everyday dishes tend to be white and gray with just some pearlized flowers on them. But a couple of years ago, I found these fabulous dishes that I use for my outside patio in the summertime. Again, I just love the colors. I love the flowers on there. I'm a flower person at heart, I guess. But I pull those out this time of the year when we start eating out on the patio. If it's not raining, and it's warm by any fashion. We are out outside on the patio. Love to eat outside. It's so special. Just sitting out there and taking in all of nature, and adding that actually kind of even does a little bit more. It brings us into nature itself too, just with something as pretty as that. But it stretches beyond that too. I recently found a beautiful bowl with flowers, different flower designs all over it, that I'm in the process of ordering and getting. Can't wait to get that. Again, just a serving bowl, just something that I can introduce to the table that's going to add a little pop of color. And that way it not only makes your food look great on the inside, but just taking a look at it on the outside is wonderful too. I also found these beautiful little ramekins that I love cooking with and serving. But when I ordered them, I got 6 different colors: orange, yellow, pink, blue, green. Just fun little things that I can create. I can create meals in, and again, even if one of my favorite meals is more like almost like a little casserole with, you put potatoes on top. So of course potatoes, when you put that on, is more of a neutral color. But by adding it in, these individualized ramekins, and the fact that each one gets a different color when I serve them on the table, it looks beautiful. It just adds this pop of color that again just kind of opens up your mind, and makes you feel a little bit happier as you're approaching dinner. It improves your mood as you're cooking it, and again, I think it makes the table just that much prettier when you're putting everything into place. And to me, that's ultimately what Kitchen Joy is all about. It's about having fun and discovering who you are in the kitchen. And if you're working with things that don't motivate you, that don't, improve your mood, then you're less likely to move in there and to, jump into the kitchen and do things on a daily basis. So if you have never thought about dishes before and what they do to your mood, I would suggest that you take another glance throughout your kitchen and just add pops of color. If you go through my May's Motivation over on Substack, if you walk through that article for May, you will find an entire article on color, and I kind of go through some of the different meanings, what red and blue and green actually mean in the kitchen, what they can do for your appetite or your mood motivation, what they do for you. And it's something that I recommend that you think about, and then kind of take a look around your own kitchen and discover maybe the colors that you do have in place or maybe don't have in place. And then just take a trip to your favorite kitchen store, or if you head online, just take a look there. But notice what you are attracted to, what pops out at you, what type of colors are you interested in. And even if you start small, again, just a very beautiful bowl that you can serve in. Something that makes you happy, something that, again, you can't wait to use. You're going to make a beautiful salad because the bowl itself is beautiful and you enjoy serving in it. I find that that's done a lot for my cooking, especially these last maybe 6 months here. It's just a lot more fun to cook when you're presenting it to be as beautiful as, consuming it and knowing what it's going to do for your body. So I created a little journal prompt for you today, a little journal guide like I do every month, because I think journaling is so important. I've been using this for years, and it's something that I use on a daily basis in various ways. I have journaling in the morning, I have journaling throughout the day, just in different opportunities to get in touch with who I really am, which is why I create these guides for you, because I think it's important to take pen to paper, just sit down and reflect on who you are at this moment in life and what you're looking for. And I know right now there is just so much change in the world. There's so much happening, so much going on. And because of that, I think it's important that you do get back in touch with what your soul is actually reaching out and wanting right now, especially when you're moving back into your kitchen and you're attempting to eat healthier and you're attempting to really understand our food system and what it all means to you. Journaling for me, again, adding what we're going to go through here in just a minute, are some prompts that help you get in better touch with color, because again, I've found the impact of it, especially this year, has just been phenomenal for me. So I'm hoping that these journal prompts also work for you, give you a way of thinking slightly differently about how you want to approach your cooking and your presentation. Because food is not always just about, nutrition and consuming. Food is just so much more. It's such a gorgeous thing that we bring into our lives. And again, if you go back 3,500 years, everybody realized this, from early on, that the color of the food, it makes it more presentable. If you've ever had, like an ugly brown color, I do that occasionally when I'm making smoothies. It's like, it's not very appealing, right? If it's just this awful brown looking color. They realized that again way back in time, and they started experimenting with different ways that they can bring color into food, so that it looks more appealing, that it makes you want to dive in and actually take a bite of it and enjoy it. And I think that works for you for consuming, just does this look appealing? Do I want to eat it? But also the presentation of it, whether you're cooking for you or your spouse or for your entire family, bringing something for a potluck, whatever it is. If you take a look around, potlucks I think are great because you can take a look at what everyone's brought. And again, the things that jump off the plate, or even the plate itself, if it's beautiful, if it's presented well, it's something that you definitely want to consume more of. So if you want to grab your journal and a pen. I'll give you a few seconds with each of these prompts, but feel free to stop the video. Go ahead and jump in and spend as much time as you need with each of these prompts. Go ahead and download the monthly motivation. I have it right here, the link for it right here in the video, and as well over on my Substack. If you're reading this on my Substack, I have the link right there where you can download this for free, print it out, or you can grab a journal and use these prompts in your journal too. But spend as much time as you need with them, and I think you'll discover some pretty magical things. Like I said, I know I've been incorporating so much color into my own kitchen lately, and that's my wish for you too. So again, I'll read these, give you just a few seconds, maybe to jot down some notes. Feel free to stop the video and write for a little bit, and then maybe take some time later in the day and go through them then too, and discover who you are right now and what you need to bring into the kitchen in order to make it more appealing. So let's get started and let's journal together. Okay, so for prompt number 1, reflect on a time when you felt truly joyful and content. What colors were present in that memory? Describe the shades, hues, and why they might have contributed to your sense of happiness in that moment. How do you incorporate that into your current life? Okay, let's move on to journal prompt number 2. Reflect on the various activities and experiences you hope to cultivate in your kitchen space. Do you want it to be a lively gathering place for friends and family, a serene oasis for mindful cooking, a vibrant hub of culinary creativity? Based on the energies you associated with different colors, which hues might best align with and support your intention for your kitchen? Okay, journaling prompt number 3. Consider how the colors of fresh produce shift with the changing seasons. During spring, you might find yourself drawn to the tender greens of asparagus or the delicate pinks of rhubarb. In summer, juicy reds of tomatoes and deep blues of berries may call to you. Reflect on how your body might crave different colors and their corresponding nutrients as the seasons change. Okay, journaling prompt number 4. Think about specific color combinations that you find particularly energizing and appealing. Perhaps it's the vibrant pairing of deep green spinach and ripe red strawberries, or the striking contrast of orange sweet potatoes and rich purple beets. Describe these color combinations and how they make you feel when you incorporate them into your meals. The fifth journaling prompt is one that I'm actually so excited about, and it's one that I talk about frequently whenever I write. Uh, the journal prompt is challenge yourself to experiment with a new boldly colored ingredient each week, something you may not typically incorporate into your meals. Document your experience with this new addition. How did it make your plate more visually appealing? Did you notice any difference in your energy levels or overall sense of vitality after incorporating this vibrant food? This one works so well when you head out to farmers markets all summer long. I love doing this, especially when I approach a booth and they have something new that maybe I've never worked with before. So this is something that you can play with all year long, but especially now as we're moving into the summer months. I challenge you to go to a farmer's market and pick something up that you've never used before. That's half the fun of this journal prompt. And with that, that wraps up May's motivation. Hopefully, you've enjoyed these journal prompts as much as I've enjoyed sharing them with you. If you haven't had a chance yet to look at the video for my May choice of the cookbook club, go ahead and look at that now because this is one of my favorite cookbooks that I've been using so far. Just love the concept of it. It's so different, something that I've never had before. And one of the reasons I chose it was because of the vibrant colors on the cover. And throughout her book, she's just absolutely amazing with her colors, which is very important and very fun this time of year. So head out, start experimenting with colors, and enjoy your May.